Grace pushed open the heavy glass door, her tiny hand trembling as she stepped into the marble lobby. The cold air hit her cheeks, making her inhale sharply. Her colorful beads clicked with each step, echoing across the polished floor. She held the old Polaroid tightly, her thumb rubbing the faded corner the way she always did when she felt scared. A receptionist looked up, confused. "Sweetheart, are you lost?" Grace shook her head. "No, I'm here to see my father." The receptionist blinked. "Your father? Honey, this is Kang Global. People don't just walk in to see the chairman." Grace lifted the Polaroid. "My father owns this company." Another receptionist leaned over. "Is this a prank? Who let her in?" Grace's voice wavered, but she stood straighter. "I came by myself." A security guard approached. "Hey, little one, you can't be here. Let's find your parents." "I'm looking for my father," Grace insisted. "He works here." The guard reached out gently. "Come on, let's go." Grace stepped back. "No, my father is here." Her voice echoed across the lobby, drawing stares. Who is she? Where's her mother? Did she say her father owns the company? Grace's chin trembled. "His name is Kang Dae-Min." The lobby froze. The receptionist's eyes widened. "What did you just say?" Grace repeated louder. "Kang Dae-Min. He's my father." Heels clicked sharply across the marble. Vanessa Choi appeared, her expression tight until she saw the Polaroid. Her eyes widened. Then she softened her face into a warm, sugary smile. "Oh, sweetheart," she cooed, kneeling down. "Let me see that picture." Grace hesitated. "It's my mommy's." "I know, and I'm going to show it to the chairman right now. He'll want to see it." Grace's shoulders relaxed slightly. "Really?" "Of course," Vanessa said, gently sliding the Polaroid out of Grace's hand. "You're such a brave girl." She stood, turned toward the reception desk, and walked calmly, too calmly. Grace watched her. The staff watched her. Security watched her. Vanessa reached the counter, leaned down, and with a swift, practiced motion, slid the Polaroid into a hidden paper shredder beneath the desk. The machine hummed softly. The photo disappeared. Grace gasped. "No!" Vanessa turned back with empty hands and a fake smile. "Security, please escort her out. She's confused." Grace's voice cracked. "She took my mommy's picture." The guard frowned. "Ma'am, she says—" "She's lying," Vanessa snapped, dropping the sweet act. "Take her to a shelter. She's clearly alone." Grace backed away, tears filling her eyes. "Please, don't take me." The guard reached again. Grace stumbled. The elevator dinged. Everyone turned. Kang Dae-Min stepped out, adjusting his suit jacket mid-conversation with two directors. His voice trailed off as he saw the commotion. Grace froze. Vanessa stiffened. The guard stepped aside. Kang Dae-Min's gaze swept the lobby. "What is happening?" Vanessa rushed forward. "Sir, it's nothing, just a child causing a disturbance." Grace cried out, pointing at Vanessa. "She took my mommy's picture." Dae-Min looked at Vanessa's empty hands. Then he looked at Grace. Her eyes, her shape, her softness mirrored his own. His breath caught. He walked toward her slowly. "What did you say?" Grace wiped her tears. "She took my picture. My mommy's picture." Vanessa forced a laugh. "Sir, she's lying." "Silence," Dae-Min shouted sharply. He knelt in front of Grace. "Where is the picture now?" Grace pointed at the desk. "She put it in the machine." Dae-Min stood, walked to the counter, and looked under it. The shredder hummed quietly. His jaw tightened. He reached down and noticed something. A tiny scrap of paper on the floor, barely an inch wide. He picked it up. On the fragment, Emily's smile. Soft, warm, undeniable. His breath caught. His world tilted. His fingers trembled as he stared at the torn piece of the past he thought he'd lost forever. He whispered, "Emily." Grace's voice trembled behind him. That's my mommy. He turned slowly. He looked at Grace. Her eyes, her shape, her softness mirrored his own. Recognition hit him like a physical blow. He knelt again, cupping Grace's face gently. Grace, what's your name? Grace Johnson. His heart stopped. Johnson. Emily Johnson. He swallowed hard. Grace, how old are you? 6. 6. 7 years ago. His vision blurred. Vanessa stepped forward. Sir, she's manipulating you. Don't touch her, Dae-Min thundered sharply. The lobby fell silent. Grace grabbed his sleeve. Daddy, please don't let them take me. He looked down at her, his voice trembling. I'm not going anywhere. The elevator behind him chimed again. Security shifted nervously. Employees whispered. Vanessa's face twisted with fear. Grace's beads clicked softly as she held onto him. Dae-Min tightened his grip on the photo fragment. His voice dropped to a dangerous whisper. Who tried to take you? Grace pointed at Vanessa. Vanessa froze. Dae-Min's eyes darkened. The lobby held its breath. And right there, everything was about to explode. If you're watching this, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment before we continue, because what happens next will shock you. The elevator doors closed behind them, sealing Grace and Dae-Min inside the quiet, private lift. Grace held on to his hand tightly, her small fingers gripping his with a trust he didn't feel he deserved. He kept glancing down at her, as if afraid she might disappear if he blinked. When the elevator reached the top floor, he stepped into his penthouse office, a vast, glass-walled space overlooking Seoul. He set Grace gently on the leather couch. Are you hurt? Grace shook her head. No. He knelt in front of her. Grace, tell me everything. Start from the beginning. Grace looked around nervously. Is this your house? It's my office, he said softly. But right now, it's just you and me. She took a shaky breath. I saw the picture in Mommy's art box. She hid it, I don't know why, but I saw the logo on TV, so I came. You came alone? Grace nodded. I took the bus. Dae-Min exhaled sharply, running his hand through his hair. You're 6. You shouldn't have been alone. I had to find you, she whispered. His chest tightened. Why? Grace looked down. Because Mommy cries sometimes. She thinks I don't see, but I do. She looks at the picture and cries. I wanted to find you so she wouldn't be sad anymore. Dae-Min swallowed hard. Grace, where do you live? In Mapo, near the river. He stood abruptly and grabbed his phone. I'm sending someone to get your mother. Grace's eyes widened. No, don't take her away. He froze. What? Grace's voice trembled. Mommy said your family didn't want her. She said they were scary. Dae-Min's breath caught. My family? Grace nodded. She said someone made her leave. She didn't want to. She cried a lot. He sat beside her slowly, the weight of her words crushing him. Grace, did she ever tell me my name? No, she only said you were a good man. She said that? Grace nodded. She said you didn't know I existed. Dae-Min closed his eyes, pain flickering across his face. I didn't. I swear to you, I didn't. Grace looked up at him. Did you look for her? He opened a drawer and pulled out a thick folder. Private investigator reports, photos, addresses, dead ends. He placed it in her lap. I never stopped. Grace touched the papers gently. You really looked for Mommy? For 7 years, he whispered. The elevator dinged again. Grace flinched. Dae-Min stood instantly, his expression hardening. Stay here. Vanessa stepped inside, her smile tight and fake. Sir, I apologize for earlier. I was only trying to protect the company. Get out, he said coldly. Vanessa blinked. Sir, please, you're making a mistake. That child is manipulating you. Dae-Min's voice dropped to a dangerous calm. Why seem very invested in removing her? Why? Vanessa stiffened. I'm not, I just… Why? He repeated. Vanessa swallowed. Sir, she's claiming to be your daughter. That's absurd. Grace peeked from behind the couch. I'm not lying. Vanessa's eyes darted to her. Stay out of this. Damon stepped between them. You don't speak to her. Vanessa's voice cracked. Sir, listen to me. No, you will listen to me. He walked to his desk, pressed a button, and spoke into the intercom. Bring me the archived communications from 7 years ago. All of them. Vanessa's face drained. Sir, now, he commanded. Within minutes, a security officer entered, with a tablet. Chairman Kang Dae-Min, these are the recovered files. Dae-Min took the tablet and scrolled. Deleted emails, blocked numbers, redirected messages, threat payments, fabricated reports. Every digital footprint pointed to one person, Vanessa Choi. His hand trembled as he held the tablet. You intercepted her messages. Vanessa stepped back. Sir, You blocked her calls? Please, you paid people to threaten her? Sir, I can explain. You made her disappear. Vanessa's voice broke. I did it for you. Grace gasped softly. Damon's fury ignited. You destroyed my life. Vanessa shook her head violently. No, I saved you. She was going to ruin everything. The company, your future, your family's legacy. She was my future, he said, voice shaking. She was everything. Vanessa reached for him. Sir, please. He stepped back. Security. 2 guards entered immediately. But before they could grab her, the tablet buzzed. A new file appeared. Encrypted, locked, marked with a golden seal. The Kang family crest. Damon froze. He tapped the file. A message popped up. Restricted, Chairman Kang Sang-hoo. His grandfather, his late grandfather, the man who built Kang Global, the man who controlled every inch of Damon's life, the man who died last year, the man who still had secrets buried in the system. Damon's voice dropped to a whisper. This was his order. Vanessa's face twisted. Sir, please. You followed his command. Vanessa's voice cracked. He said she would destroy the empire. He said you were too young. He said she was a threat. Damon's breath shook. He tore my life apart. Vanessa reached out desperately. Sir, take her, Damon said. The guards grabbed her. Vanessa screamed. You'll regret this. You'll lose everything. Damon didn't look at her. He looked at Grace, and for the first time, he realized his family had been the enemy all along. Grace ran to Damon, wrapping her arms around his waist. Daddy? He knelt, pulling her close. I'm here. Grace looked up. Are you going to find Mommy now? He nodded slowly. Yes, right now. He lifted her into his arms. The elevator doors opened. He stepped inside with Grace, holding her close, the tablet still glowing with his grandfather's seal. The doors began to close, and a shadow moved in the hallway. Someone was watching. Someone who knew the truth. Someone who wasn't supposed to be there. The footsteps in the hallway grew louder, steady, and deliberate. Emily stiffened, pulling Grace closer. Dae-Min stepped in front of them instinctively, his posture shifting into something protective, almost dangerous. A neighbor appeared, Mrs. Han, the elderly woman who lived across the hall. She held a small bag of groceries and stared at the scene with wide eyes. Emily, is everything all right? I heard shouting. Emily forced a smile. I'm okay, Mrs. Han, thank you. Mrs. Han's gaze drifted to Dae-Min. Who is this man? Grace answered before anyone else. He's my daddy. Mrs. Han blinked. Your father? Emily swallowed hard. Mrs. Han, please. But Mrs. Han stepped closer, lowering her voice. Emily, you told me he was gone. Emily's eyes filled again. I thought he was. Mrs. Han looked at Dae-Min, studying him. You look like her, she said softly to Grace, but you also look like him. Grace smiled proudly. I know. Dae-Min exhaled shakily. Ma'am, I'm sorry for the disturbance. I didn't mean to frighten anyone. Mrs. Han nodded slowly. Emily is a good mother. She works hard, she never complains, she never asked anyone for help. Emily's voice trembled. Mrs. Han. Mrs. Han touched her arm gently. Be careful, dear. Then she walked away, leaving the hallway quiet again. Emily closed her eyes, overwhelmed. This is too much. Dae-Min stepped back, giving her space. I understand. No, she said, you don't. You can't just walk in and fix everything. I'm not trying to fix everything. I'm trying to be here. Emily looked at him, her voice cracking. I raised her alone. I fought alone. I cried alone. I was terrified every day. And now you're here, and I don't know what to do with that. He nodded slowly. Then let me earn it. Emily wiped her tears. Earn what? Your trust, he said. Her trust, a place in your lives. Grace tugged Emily's sleeve. Mommy, Daddy is nice. Emily knelt beside her. Grace, sweetheart, this is complicated. Why? Emily looked at Dae-Min helplessly. He knelt too, meeting Grace's eyes. Because grown-ups make things harder than they should be. Grace nodded seriously. Mommy cries when she thinks I'm sleeping. Emily's breath hitched. Grace. Grace looked at Dae-Min. Can you make her stop crying? He swallowed hard. I can try. Emily looked away, tears falling silently. Grace hugged her. Mommy, don't cry. Emily held her tightly, whispering, I'm okay. Dae-Min stood slowly. Emily, I'm not asking you to forgive me today. She looked up at him. I'm asking you to let me try tomorrow. Emily stared at him, her expression torn. Tomorrow? Yes, he said. And the day after that. And the day after that. Grace smiled. Mommy, can Daddy come tomorrow? Emily froze again. Dae-Min didn't speak. He didn't push. He simply waited. Finally, Emily exhaled. Tomorrow is okay. Grace squealed softly. Yay! Dae-Min's shoulders dropped in relief. Thank you. Emily stood, wiping her cheeks. But listen carefully. I'm not promising anything more than that. I know. And you're not taking her anywhere. I wouldn't. And you're not telling your family yet. He paused. Emily. Not yet, she said firmly. I need time. Then you'll have it. Grace tugged his hand. Daddy, can you walk me to school tomorrow? Emily froze again. Dae-Min looked at her. Only if your mother agrees. Emily swallowed. You can walk her. Grace jumped excitedly. Mommy said yes. Emily managed a small smile. Yes, I did. Dae-Min's eyes softened. I'll be here at 7. Emily nodded. Okay. Grace hugged him tightly. Daddy, don't be late. He hugged her back, closing his eyes. I won't. Emily opened the apartment door. Grace, come inside. It's getting cold. Grace ran in, beads clicking. Emily lingered at the doorway. Dae-Min. He turned. She hesitated. Thank you for not yelling, for not blaming me. He shook his head. There's nothing to blame you for. Emily looked down. I'm still scared. He stepped back, giving her space again. Then I'll move slowly. Emily nodded once, then she stepped inside. But she didn't close the door. She walked deeper into the apartment. Dae-Min waited, confused. Then Emily returned, holding an envelope. Old, wrinkled, stuffed with cash. She threw it at his chest. It hit him hard. He caught it instinctively. Emily's voice broke as she said, 7 years ago, your family paid to throw me out. Here is the money back. Take your billions and stay away from my daughter. She slammed the door. The hallway echoed with the sound. Dae-Min stood frozen, the envelope trembling in his hand. Grace's laughter faded behind the door. His breath shook. His world collapsed. And for the first time in his life, Kang Dae-Min, billionaire, heir, chairman, was powerless, completely powerless. The hallway was silent, except for the faint hum of the building's old lights. Dae-Min stood frozen, the envelope of cash trembling in his hand. Emily's words echoed through him like a physical blow. "Take your billions and stay away from my daughter." He stared at the door, unable to move. His breath shook. His chest felt tight, as if the air had been sucked out of the world. The envelope crinkled in his grip, the old bills inside rustling like ghosts of a past he never knew existed. Grace's laughter faded behind the door. He swallowed hard. Then he sank to his knees, not out of weakness, out of devastation, out of realization, out of guilt. He pressed the envelope to his forehead, eyes squeezed shut. "Emily, I didn't know. I swear I didn't know." But the door didn't open. The hallway didn't answer. He was alone. For the first time in his life, Kang Dae-Min, heir to a billion-dollar empire, felt completely powerless. He stayed kneeling until his legs went numb, until his hands stopped shaking, until he could breathe again. Finally, he stood. He placed the envelope gently on the floor in front of the door, as if returning something sacred. Then he whispered, "I'm not leaving forever. I'm leaving for tonight." He turned and walked down the hallway, each step heavier than the last. The night air hit him like ice. He inhaled sharply, trying to steady himself. His driver rushed forward. "Sir, are you all right?" Dae-Min didn't answer. He opened the car door himself and sat inside, staring at the dashboard without seeing it. The driver hesitated. "Should I take you home?" "No," Dae-Min said quietly. "Drive." "Where, sir?" "Anywhere." The car pulled away from the curb. Dae-Min leaned back, closing his eyes. Emily's voice replayed again and again. "Your family paid to throw me out." His jaw tightened. His grandfather's encrypted file flashed in his memory. The threats, the lies, the manipulation, the shredded Polaroid, the stolen years. He whispered, "You destroyed it." But he wasn't talking to Emily. He was talking to the Kang bloodline. At Kang Global, Dae-Min picked up his phone. He dialed a number he hadn't called in years. A voice answered. "Chairman Kang?" Dae-Min's voice was ice. "Prepare a legal team. I'm opening an investigation into the Kang family trust." The voice hesitated. "Sir, that could dismantle the entire inheritance." "I know." "And your grandfather's legacy." "Burn it." Silence. Then, "Yes, sir." Dae-Min ended the call. He whispered to himself, "I'm not losing them again." But he didn't know. Someone else was listening. Someone who had been watching him since the lobby. Someone who had already reported to the Kang Family Council. Someone who was preparing to strike back. Before you continue, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, because episode 2 is coming soon.